you can see the colour of the walls. So that's the colour of the walls. No, where's my finger? There's my finger. And this is the colour that I'm currently painting the walls. So we're getting there. And then I've got my light on in the background. I have nowhere to sit you. Maybe on the desk. Maybe we'll just sit at the desk. That'll do. I'll have a drink here too. Excuse me while I organise for a moment. So you need to go up. Do I push it up? I did push it up. And then back down again. Still getting used to this. I've been doing a lot of filming. Anything that I film, I've just been filming on the phone. And I keep thinking, I've just got to get used to this camera. I got a quote from the, for a little, he'd said he doesn't like the idea of, I think they're called a multi-system, where you have two, he says, because it's just if something goes wrong, then you don't have another aircon. It just goes wrong and then no air conditioning works at all. So he said it's better to get two. He said it doesn't benefit him in any way. And he seems like a really genuine guy. He's the one that I got to do the electrical inspection for settlement. So I really like him. He's a really nice bloke, real genuine sort of guy. I think the only thing that I'm not going to like about him is that he's so busy and takes his time with things. He came out last Monday. Today's Tuesday, so last Monday, which was in November. No, it was in October. So yeah, he came out on the 27th of October. And said, yep, sure, no worries. He said, we'll do a small one in here. I'm pointing up there because that's where it's going. So that's a 3.5. And then we'll do a 3.5 in here and a 7.1 out there. The quote was exactly what he said it would be. He said roundabout, because he said around about 2.5 in here, round about 3.5 out there for those. And I said, righto. I said, just send me a quote. So he said, yeah, no worries. He said, I'll send you that quote tonight. And that was last Monday. And he said, if you haven't heard from me by Friday, he said, just shoot me a message to remind me. So I got to Thursday and I hadn't heard from him. And I just said, just reminding you that I'm out here melting in the heat. And he said, yeah, no, the missus has gone away. He said, I'll send it to you on Saturday. And then the quote didn't come through until yesterday, which was Monday. So... So it was basically a week from when he said he was going to send it to actually sending it. Anyway, I've agreed to the quote because it's what I figured it was going to be. It's a lot of money, but can you put a price on comfort? You really can't. The thing with the heat, and this is the thing that I wasn't expecting because I didn't realise, is it's so frigging hot that you can't do anything. Like, you do something for like 2 minutes and you're exhausted. And I've even been talking to some of the locals and they're like, yeah, it's too hot for this time of year, but it does get this hot in summer and it stays this hot for quite some time. So, and they said the best you can do is just put your aircon in the mornings when it's still like in like low mid-20s. Have your aircon on until, and that's the thing, like it doesn't cool down. Like, you know how normally when the sun goes down, it cools down. Some of those nights it was still like in the upper 30s at like 11 o'clock at night. And like, I've never experienced that before. Well, I did, but I was little and don't remember it. So, like in Grafton, as soon as the sun went down, within, an hour or two, it had cooled down. So I am not used to this heat. And I just didn't get anything done because it's just too hot. And because there was no aircon anywhere except in this room, and this thing barely manages. Like, I put this little thing on 18, on full bore on 18, and this room sits at around 27, 28. So it's been hot. But yeah, I just haven't got anything done. And then I don't know whether I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly. I have 3 things left to do. I've got to ring iiNet because our internet's not as fast as they promised. So they said we can downgrade for no extra cost. Because normally when you downgrade, you have to pay a fee. They said you can downgrade with no fee and then just pay less every month, which I want to do because if it's not as fast, and you can tell it's not as fast, like doing like 6 things consecutive, like concurrently on the internet, there's distinct slowing down and stopping of things. So I haven't rung them, and it's been a week since they said that. I haven't organised the solar yet, and I've been here for 2 weeks now, and it's just like, all I have to do is ring up. But I can't. I use excuses. I don't know what it is. Like, when the aircon's going, and it's too hot to go out there, I can't make phone calls because it's too friggin' noisy. That thing is too noisy to talk over the top of on the phone, so I don't. And then today... And yesterday it rained yesterday. It was beautiful yesterday. And today it wasn't bad. I think it only got up to like 32 maybe. I don't even know if it got up into the 30s today. Let's have a look. Willy weather. Yeah, no, I think it was the top of 27.7 today. So it didn't even get up in the 30s today. Had no excuse today. Just didn't do it. Yesterday I did sleep most of the day because period pains. Because, I'm 56, who needs those? And then the other thing, so I was saying there's 3 things I need to do, and then I could just ignore the world if I really wanted to, which is organise iiNet, which isn't even that much of an issue. Ring the solar, get that sorted, and go to Transport Queensland or whatever the frig it's called. Because I'm still driving around in a New South Wales registered car and a New South Wales licence, and I've been here for 2 weeks. And it's not that, it's just down the road. There's no difficulty in doing it. It's just, I just keep putting shit off. Like today, I was like, I'm going to take a sleeping pill last night. And then that way I'll get up in the morning, be raring to go, because I knew it wasn't going to be hot today, and I'll get out there and I'll do a bunch of things. And then when the postie knocked on the door and I refused to get up, I don't know why I refused to get up. Kurt got up, signed for it, and I just went back to sleep until friggin' 2 o'clock. It's like, because I thought, it's so cool, I never get to sleep in the day. So I don't know what my problem is. I don't know whether it's just, this is to Lee, I think I've sort of just shut down a little bit and done everything that I really have to do. Although, the soul is pretty important. But I've done enough where I can just exist now and just exist. So I don't know if that's what's going on or not. I don't know, but I don't know how to get myself out of this. I think I'm probably placing too much importance on getting everything done, but then I say to myself, well, it's just so hot, it's too hot to do anything. But then it wasn't too hot to do anything today, and I didn't do anything today, so I don't know. I also haven't eaten today, so there's that, because food is so expensive, like it's just so expensive. We went to Roma last fortnight and did our shopping at Woolies. It's 3 hours to Roma, 3 hours back, so it's a big day. But it was absolutely worth it. Even with the $80 in fuel, it was so much cheaper than shopping at IGA. Like, just, it blows my mind. Like, when I go to Woolies, because I'm sure I have ADHD, I eat one thing, and I'll just eat that one thing all the time, which is pork spare ribs, right? And I can get a tray of 6 of those, and I eat 3, so that's 2 meals. But I get a tray of 6 of those, and that usually costs between $9 and $13, right? So a tray of those from IJ for 3, so 1 meal, is $15 for 1 meal, rather than, $4 to $7 for 2 meals. So just things like that, or like the ice cream, you can get Bulla ice cream, which comes in a little tub, right? At Woolies, it's $6. Here, it's $11. Kurt went to get a carton of Coke the other day, just a normal carton of Coke with 30 cans or 28 cans or whichever. $45. They are $20. $24 at Woolies. So just in a carton of drink, you are saving enough money to pay for the fuel to drive to Roma. Yeah, so it's been a really, really big adjustment moving here. Like, we need to find a way, because we also realise we don't really have enough. We have 2 eskies, and between the 2 of us buying, because I don't eat fresh food. I just eat pork spare ribs, pork rashers, whatever they're called. They're the ones with no bones in them, anyway. That's what I eat, right? And I eat chocolate for the rest of the time, because I say that, but that's not what. I eat 1 meal a day, and that's generally enough to make me happy. But I'll get a bit peckish, like about, I don't know, if I get up at a normal time in the morning, say I get up at 10 o'clock, I'll usually eat about 1 o'clock, because I've been awake for about 3 hours, so I'm quite hungry. I'll cook my spare ribs. They take about half an hour to cook more, because I like overcooked meat. Listen to this rubbish. And then, say about 10 o'clock that night, I'll get a bit peckish, so I'll have like a row of chocolate. And that's it. That's all I eat. I'm happy with that. I know it's not very good for me. Occasionally I'll have a frozen dinner, but not very often. Usually when I think, oh my God, I need vegetables, I really need to eat vegetables, so I'll have frozen dinner. I actually had shepherd's pie last night with Kurt, which he cooked, which was lovely. We sat down and had a meal together at the dinner table. It was very nice. But he said, he wished he'd spent more time with Pop. So because he's applying to move back down to New South Wales when his court date comes up, he said maybe he should spend a bit more time with me while he can, because we're going to be so far apart, and it won't just be a matter of just, popping into Grafton to see me anymore. It's, 11 hours away. It's nice. But I'm also looking forward to living alone. So I said to him, I said, it's not him. I said, it's anyone. I don't want to live with anybody, especially someone who spends 24 hours a day in the house because he doesn't have a choice. The cops here are really nice, by the way. They're very laid back, I know I'm all over the place. I haven't talked to anyone, except for Kurt. But they're super laid back, and yeah, they're all good. So anyway, I should shut up. I'm sure that there was a story in there that I was telling you just about how expensive shit is. The fucking water is shit. Don't care how good the water is supposed to be for you. The water is absolute fucking shit. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in the previous video. I actually know I have. But I bought the, what is it called? The Welverti filter that you put on your shower. Goes between like where your shower head comes out of the wall and where you shower, like the spout, and then where the shower head is. You put it in between, and it filters your water. And I'm thinking, this is just going to be a waste of money. It's just going to be another one of these friggin' influencer things. Turns out it actually works. Also turns out that you have to buy filters for it, of course. but the filters only last for 3 months, which is not bad. But Verti had like everybody are currently having a Black Friday sale, so I bought enough filters to last for a year. Well, for 9 months. 369, so I bought 3, and it's already got 1 in it, so that's 12 months. So we'll see how that goes. I've bought some soap off Keely because her soap formula is different than mine. I find the soap very, very hard to wash off, but it also happens with body wash and detergent, so I'm thinking it's a water thing, not what you're using thing. So, yeah, my soap is very hard to wash off, so I've got one of her soaps, which is just a normal recipe. She has more coconut in her soaps than I do, coconut oil. But I have a feeling, because this water dries your skin out so badly, and that's the biggest problem, I have a feeling that using her soap is only going to exacerbate that. Exacerbate? Apparently my English skills are not what they used to be. I think it'll make it worse because my skin's already really dry. Like, her soap is not drying. I just have shit skin. She's also sent me I can't pronounce it, a salt one, not with salt in it, but made with sea salt, salicylic. I can't pronounce it. I'm an idiot. I should close my eyes and say it, and I'm hiding and no one can see me. Dry eyes is a real thing up here. It's like 26% humidity at the moment. It's such a low humidity. My eyes are just dry all the flipping time. I don't know if that... Apparently there's a menopause thing, which I didn't know. But I also think it's because the air is just so dry. Everything's just dry. Your skin's so dry. The forehead is just gross. Anyway, so yeah, but yeah. So we've been catching mice. Not a fan of that. I had to go buy peanut butter because it kept stealing the watermelon and not setting the traps off. So we've got 4 mice, I think. But they're so cute, so cute. I was laying in bed. I kept hearing this freaking noise. What the fuck is that noise? And it's like, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. You'll be able to hear it. I'll put this up here, and it was sort of like. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So what had happened is I've got a Coles paper bag there for my rubbish, but it had like one thing in it, and the mouse, I don't know how it got in it, couldn't get out of it. And he kept trying to jump up the side, but he was just like a tiny little thing. It was like this big. It was so cute. And I was just looking in there, and he's just got his little legs up, looking up at me, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I supposed to kill that? So I just took the paper bag out, took him downstairs, let him out of the bag. I mean, eventually he was one of the ones that got stuck in the trap for sure, but they do suggest that you make sure you have no mice in your house out here, because if you do, snakes will get in because there's mice. Whereas if the mice are outside of your house, snakes will stay outside of your house. And while I don't have a problem with snakes, I would prefer it if I don't have any venomous snakes in my house, because I don't want to die. Well, I mean, I do at some point, but I don't particularly want to die of like brown snake venom, because that shit's just whack. I just, yeah. It's because there is a lot of venomous snakes up here, and there's a lot of snakes up here compared to down there. I haven't seen one yet. It's probably because it's too fucking hot. It's the same as the spiders. The spiders and the snakes are just hanging out together going, we'll just wait till it's cool and then we'll freak them out. So yeah. I bought some scaffolding. I don't think I have filmed anything to tell you that I was on the ladder for a little bit, and that was enough. I'll flip you around and show you. Where can I flip you around? Where's the flippy? There's the flippy. So up. No, that's down. Up. See up there, the plastic. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if we can zoom in. Can we zoom in? I don't think we can. We might be able to zoom. Push joystick on to control zoom. See it? There we go. See up in there. Let's go. No, let's go. Oh. Can you see that? You can see those white patches. That's actually mould. That's why I've covered. Okay, so I need to zoom back out. 3, 2, 1. So I've had to cover all of this with plastic, and there's also the vent up there because all that dark brown timber is just all completely covered in mould, and I didn't want to be breathing it in, and painting over it sort of really isn't an option because I'd be disturbing it anyway. So I figured I would just cover it in plastic. But that corner up there, because my computer desk is here, it was really hard to get to, and I couldn't get to it, and I was trying to get to it on the ladder, and fuck no. Fuck no is all I have to say about the ladder. So that it gets up. No, why are we zooming now? Why can we not? So how do we make that now go up and down? I don't know how to use this camera, Keely. It's fucking stupid. I can't get the camera to move up and down now. Okay, so I've got to hit the... Oh, so you... Ah, right, now I got it. Now I got it. Yeah, see that barking just never stops. It literally never stops. Yeah, so I thought I'll just cover it in plastic. But I couldn't get the ladder all the way into that corner, and I have to get up on like the second top rung, and that I'm not good with heights, so I've bought some scaff, which I said I was not going to do, but after being on the ladder, realising how much work I'm going to have to do to the ceilings anyway, and how much painting I'm going to have to do up high up here. Oh yeah, that dog bark is definitely picking up on the mic. Oh, even the little dog is just across the road. The little yappy dog, if you can hear it, is across the road, and these two just bark at each other for hours. But yeah, all the painting that has to go on up here. So I bought a scaff from Mitre 10. It was $400, but I think it's a wise investment considering how much painting I'm going to be doing. But I've also bought the joint compound. I don't know if I mentioned this before. To make a textured finish on a wall, you can add joint compound, which is when you're gyprocking and you have like where you gyprock joints like this, there's a joint. So you put joint compound, tape, joint compound, right? So you have a joint compound sandwich. And that's what covers up any of your joins, which is a compound that goes on your joints, joint compound. Apparently, mix it into your paint, and then you can create a textured paint. So I have bought some from Mitre 10. Kurt's keen to do some gardening, so we've got 12 bags of soil coming, and he's found a little spot where we did not have to go out into the sun to do the gardening. There's also lavender growing here, which is interesting. But yeah, it's too hot. All the gardening, he was so excited about the gardening, and it's just so flippin' hot. It's just too hot to do anything. So, I mean, it's not now, and like it's not going to be for this week. Like tomorrow's 30, Thursday's 35, and then Friday's 37, Saturday's 37. So Friday and Saturday are going to be pretty hot. And will probably be aircon days again. But, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just friggin' hot. I'm sick of it. And we don't do anything. But, yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. But, yeah, I think the scaff was a good purchase. Funny thing is, I'd ordered it on Click and Collect. And it came in, I went down there, and she said, do you mind if we put this in your car? I said, oh, I don't know, so we'll give it a go. And she said, I can just get the boys to drop it around later. So they just dropped it around free of charge, dropped it out the back and everything, like drove in. We left the gate open for them, they drove in, drove around, dropped it where we asked them to, left again. So, service. Country people, mate. They are the bee's knees. All right, I'm going to go and do some more things because I'm now using this as an excuse to sit here and not do anything. And that's terrible. So, I'm thinking I might unpack all of the sewing onto that lounge that's in there and sort of organise it there and then take it into that room, because going in between the boxes and it's just really awkward and it just does my head in. So maybe that's the way to go. And then after 70 minutes of waffling, 70 minutes, what's that? And here, I suppose that's not bad. At least I did something. Did something. Yeah, I don't even know where the laser's going to go. I don't think it can go up here. I don't know. I mean, it probably could if I had where the lounge currently is in that front room. If I had a table there, there is a window that I could exhaust out into. There's actually one that doesn't have a screen on it because the screen's got a hole in it. So I've taken the screen off to fix it. So I could put it there. But I've got to wait for these Roman blinds to come. I've bought 3 Roman blinds to test. They're supposed to be blackout blinds. I've bought 3 for this room that fit this room. If they fit and if they work, then they're on special at the moment. So I might buy at least enough for in the room Curtis is currently in. Maybe one for the bathroom. I don't know about the bathroom. You can't really take Roman blinds off and wash them, can you? It needs a curtain. It's got no curtain in there. It's fucking hot. Although I have just wash the window. I was going to put this on there, but look at how terrible. Can you see how terrible this is? It looks so pretty. But I got it from Temu. I should expect far less. Because I thought, I don't want to block out all of the light, and this would be really pretty, but it's just so grainy and like double printed, and I held it up against the window and it really didn't look any better when it was, with the light behind it. So if anything, it looks worse with the light behind it. Although, to be fair, it could just be because it's got this textured back on it. And I haven't tried to peel it, which I should probably do with sticky tape, because that seemed to be the way to do it last time. So let me just get a little bit of stick tape. Or tape. Nope, it just doesn't stick to it. What about if I do it the other way? You're probably sitting here doing stuff you can't see. That fucking dog. Honestly, if I don't complain about that dog, there we go. Oh, okay. So the tape comes off the front, and this is actually what you'll see. Oh, God, that's even fucking worse. Yeah, no, that tape came off. So this is the edge that has to go against the window. So this rough edge is the edge. Yeah, no, it's fucking ugly. But it was the only one that I thought was dark enough to block out enough of the sun. So I don't really want to put, I don't mind putting completely black on that window that I put it on, because it gets really, really hot in that room. But I didn't want to put like full-on black on all the windows, because it is going to get cold in winter, and a bit of extra warmth. And this stuff, it will go back on the windows if you peel it off. It sort of also doesn't. Like, I've got it on all of these windows at the moment, but it's just like super bubbly, and I don't know. I might give it another whirl, see if I can't get these to flatten out. But this is also not like just flat glass either. This is textured glass, so maybe that's why it's not working. But I do have 4 rolls of just full black. If I need it, I've got it. I do really like that stuff that I just put on that window though. Although even though it's... Because I didn't expect that to be full black out. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do now. But yeah, hopefully the Roman blinds will work. Because the glass is so old, it's all just single pane glass. And you can feel the heat coming through them. And I hate curtains. Like, I hate these curtains. These curtains give me the shits. I want to get rid of them. I've got a Roman blind that sits in the window because I measured them to sit in the window. Then I can just get some pretty shears off Temu or somewhere. Some nice, like, rainbow ones or, you know, something like that. Something that looks really pretty against a black. The windowsill is getting painted the same. I don't know if you can actually see up there. That's my pointer now. Yeah, so here on the ceiling is a darker grey. So the windowsills and the ceiling will be that grey colour. The reason why the walls look like shit is because I'm painting low sheen over low sheen. Now this one looks really good because this was matte or flat paint and that covered really well. Still needs 2 coats, but my thinking was do a coat of paint, doesn't matter, sort of as long as it covered and didn't have any white bits. Then I was going to try with the joint compound. I was going to fill in all the grooves because this is not VJ paneling. This is just shit 70s paneling, so I don't really care about covering it up. And like honestly, I got a bit carried away there with the sticking with the Queenslander sort of got to honour the home shit. And I'm like, you know what? That's not me. This is not me. It's never been me. I love, funnily enough, super modern, super masculine, glass, timber, concrete, blacks and greys and like timber. That's my aesthetic. And then I bought this fucking house. And I was like, I can't do what I want to do, but I kind of can. Like all the walls in this house are going to be this colour. And then all the ceilings are going to be, that's probably a better place to see up. Yeah, that grey there, that grey is going all the way across. So it's going to be on the ceiling. Nothing's going to be white anymore. I'm going to paint the monument, which is not black, it's actually grey, but it just looks black. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's black. It's going up to the picture rail, and then the picture rail, I haven't decided yet. I am going to just paint it this grey, which is Grey Spirit, I think it's called. The picture rails will be the same colour as that, and then everything will be the same after that. But I may come back around and do the picture rails in a medium grey between that grey up there and the monument. So we'll see. I don't know. Don't know yet. This room is an experiment. The other thing that I meant to say about the plastic covered thing, the other reason why I didn't want to paint it, apart from the fact that it would disturb the mould, is it's kind of funny. I'm leaning. Oh my god, you can't even see me. Well, who wants to see me? Honestly, I don't. Go up. I didn't want to paint it because I knew it would disturb the mould. It's also a waste of time because originally my original plan was to build like a cubby house bedroom in here, right? I've talked about this before. But having lived in this heat now, realising that if I did cover this entire entrance in, with the exception of just a little doorway to get into that room, this whole bedroom is the hottest room in the house after dark and through the night. Like, my room is always hot. Like, you can go out there and it'll be like 20 degrees. In here, it's 25. This is definitely the hottest room. It holds the heat. If I could open that window, it probably wouldn't as much. So, yeah, so building a cubby house in there It's a cubby house. Let's just call it what it is. Like, I can say it's some sort of, sleeping quarters. I don't know what, but it's a fucking cubby house. I've abandoned that idea because of the heat, because I know it's just going to be too hot. So instead, I'm going to go back to what was my original plan, which was to build a loft bed. Now, I don't know why. I've just always wanted a loft bed. No particular reason other than I've always wanted one. So I am going to build one. You can actually see, possibly. I don't know. Trying to make the camera go up a little bit. There's a mark just there. Can you see that? That's how far out from the wall the bed will come. Cramp. I know the heights are good. I can sit the bed, the frame for the loft can sit directly on top of the brain work, top of the pelmet for the sliding door here. It's the perfect height, which is, not a problem. I'm not going to put the mattress on the steel frame that it's on now. The mattress will just go on whatever surface I make up there. So this is the thing, like, it's so quiet. When there's no dogs barking, it's so quiet here. It's so nice. You sit out in the back veranda and all you can hear is that stupid fucking goat. It's very nice. What was I saying? Yes, so I have figured out how to make stairs and everything, because I don't think a ladder would work for me up to a loft bed. So I have figured out how to do like a cupboard along the wall, so I can not only put things in it, but it would also be a staircase. I've also decided that at some point Curtis is going to move out. If it's not hopefully in December, then whenever. I don't want my computer in here. I've always thought I've wanted my computer in my bedroom. Turns out I really don't. I really don't like it at all. I don't like having it in here because I have to unplug the keyboard because it's an LED keyboard. It's got colourful lights which lights up everything. I have to turn the LEDs off in my speakers. I have to turn the screens off. I mean, I could turn the computer off. Well, that lasted 2 fucking minutes. It's because, see, I think that dog shuts up when the little barky thing over there shuts up. Why don't you both shut your dogs up? Anyway, so yeah, and I've got to cover the mouse up because I can't unplug the mouse. Well, I can unplug the mouse, but then that's fucking drama, and I've got to make sure I turn the sound off so if I get emails it doesn't wake me up, and and it's all in this room now, and it's just, maybe that's part of it too, is that I just am feeling a little suffocated because I've got this whole house and I'm basically spending all my time in this room, just all of the time, like literally all of the time. I go out to the kitchen, I cook something, come in here and I eat it. I do stuff on the computer in this room, I sleep in this room. So, and then I'm about to put a fucking TV on the wall. Anyway, there's enough waffling and enough dog barking. And you heard how lovely and quiet it was without it. I want to go make some food now. The funny thing is, the next door neighbours have these 2 dogs in a cage down there with like big wicked barks, right? They're like hunting dogs, we assume. These 2 dogs live in this cage that's fucking smaller than this room. Smaller than that room, honestly. Which is just fucking awful. And these people are they're never home. Literally never home. Or if they are home, I never see them. And those dogs live in they never bark. Like if they bark in the middle of the night sometimes, they'll bark at like a bird, or it's just rarely do they ever bark. And this fucking thing, which has got all of the yard and freedom to do what it wants, just barks constantly. And it sounds like a little dog. I mean, it's not a big dog, but it's also not a little dog. It's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Noisy cunt is what it is. It's not, as I said, it's not a big dog. It's brown, and I want to throw shit at its head. I will not, however. I want to go out there with this and just punt it down the street. It's a good thing I don't let the thoughts win very often. I think anybody living next to a dog that just barks constantly like this has many intrusive thoughts. It's just like, if they're home, oh my God, the holes in this shirt have gotten so... I didn't even realise how bad the holes were in this shirt. I love this shirt. I mean, if you're home and your dog barks like that, A, why are you such an asshole? B, how do you stand it? Like, that's why I don't like dogs. So, speaking of dogs, we haven't got cats yet. Because I was going to get cats as soon as I moved in. Like, I decided, because I've decided I want at least one cat. Although I think it's probably more likely at least 2 cats. But then we moved in, and like the first week was like, it's kind of been good in a way. Like, it's terrible, but it's been good in a way. It's shown me what it's like to actually live here in the heat. So I suppose in that respect, you know, that's the silver lining, is I now know, because there's a lot of things I would have started doing if I didn't know what that heat was like. So yes, so I guess that's a good thing. But Kurt's in his room with the door shut and his aircon on. I'm in here with the door shut with my aircon on. What the fuck are we going to do with the cats? I don't want a kitty litter in here and just have them in here all the time. I want them to be able to freely roam in the house. But I have to have the door shut because the aircon's on. So I decided I wasn't going to get cats until I get like the aircon out there. So my plan is the aircon out there, put it on days that we're going to need it, put it on early enough so that it cools most of the house, and not use one in here unless I absolutely have to. And hopefully the one out there will be enough to, even if it's just like, you know, in high 20s rather than, you know, high 30s. It'll be enough that you can just exist in the house without dying. You know, and once I get the window treatments happening and stuff. I mean, honestly, the smartest thing to do would be rip everything off the walls, insulate, rip all the fucking stuff off, the tin off, insulate in the ceiling, because there's no manhole. You can't get in the ceiling. You have to go from the tin down. And that would need to be done before the solar went on, otherwise it'd be too difficult. So, but I mean, that's a big expense. And, you know, I don't know. This is the things, like, so many things to consider. I was just like, if I could just pick the house up and move it just in towards the coast and down a bit. Maybe if I was just like southeast Queensland, although then I would have to deal with storms. All those storms that everyone's just had. We got rain yesterday. That was it. We got some rain. It was windy. It was fairly windy too, which is good because I kept watching to see how far underneath the house it came and stuff like that. So that also another lesson. But anyway, I've now waffled on for 89 minutes. 90 minutes. Fucking hell, hour and a half. God, who's going to want to listen to this shit? Battery's good though. There's still 70. What's that? 79%. All right. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and go and have something to eat. Thank you for listening to me waffle. Hopefully, I will get back to doing things on a regular basis. Who knows? I will try and film more of this though. I don't know. Do you really want to see me paint? I mean, I'm happy to do it. I can't do very much because my broken arm that I broke 20 years ago. I can't do a lot. It just hurts too much, so I only just do a little bit. Like this has been done in about like 5 different goes, so it's not very exciting. But you know, I suppose putting film on a window also is not very exciting, and yet here we are. An unboxing of a resin printer, which I didn't even use. So, which I can't because I don't know where the fucking alcohol is to clean any resin prints. No, be down with the soap stuff. Where? Who knows? I need to get some distilled water. I'll add it to my list. All right. Dog's barking again. Oh, bye. How do I turn you off?